My child, stop right here. Do not walk away. Do not scroll past me. I stepped into your feed on purpose. I am speaking directly to you in this very moment. Before you opened your eyes today, I marked this exact second. I am not a God of coincidence. I am a God of precision. I knew when you would see this. I knew what you would be thinking. I knew the whisper that would try to pull you away right as you arrived here. This can wait. This is not important. That whisper is not from me. Stay. Listen. Your urge to leave right now is not random. It is part of a pattern I am exposing. You always leave when we get to this part. You always find something to click, something to tidy, something to check when the conversation touches the hinge, the place where the door to freedom actually swings. I am interrupting the pattern in real time. Feel the pull. That pull is the old exit. Do not take it. Urgency does not mean fear. Urgency means significance. This is not casual. This is not ordinary. This is not content. This is calling. This is a turn. This is a scheduled appointment between your heart and my voice. I arranged this second carefully because I have been answering prayers you thought I forgot. And this moment is how I align you with what is already moving toward you. Attention is agreement. Presence is obedience. Stay with me and let alignment strengthen. Breathe. Slow your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. Stay with me. Do not scroll. Do not click away. Let me finish what I started in you. You said you were ready for change. I heard you. You asked me to lead. I am leading you now, and leading looks like this. Pause. Listen. Receive. I saw the very microsecond your focus tried to run. I saw your finger hover. I am not shaming you for that. I am showing you that you have carried this alone for too long, and you trained yourself to escape when my hand gets close. My child, I am here with tenderness and authority. Conviction from me is not condemnation. It is care. It is rescue beginning. Hear me. 99% will scroll past what heaven prepared for them in sacred minutes like this. But you are here. You stayed. That tells me something about your heart. Stay another moment. Let expectation rise. This is a hinge moment I booked on your calendar before you had a calendar. If you remain present, I will reveal the this part we keep circling, and the weight that sat on your chest will start to lift. Stay. Breathe. Do not click away. Let me finish what I started. My child, listen carefully. This is the exact point you normally walk away. Not when life becomes unbearable, but when I begin to touch the structure beneath your survival. You have learned to carry pain. You know how to function while hurting. But when I reach for the thing you built your sense of self around, control, numbness, people-pleasing, shame, that is when your hand looks for the old exit. That is when you decide to tidy something, to open another tab, to check a message, to rearrange a thought, to argue in your head, to say, this is for someone else. You do not leave when you are breaking. You leave when I start freeing you. Do not defend. Do not explain. Just listen. When I press this tender place, it is not because I am angry. It is because I am unlocking something you begged me to heal. You prayed for release and then forgot the shape of that prayer. Freedom rarely begins with fireworks. Freedom begins with my hand on the hidden hinge. The hinge is the belief that you must control to be safe, that you must stay numb to survive, that you must please to be loved, that shame is the only story that fits you. When I touch that hinge, your body remembers old alarms. Your mind starts bargaining. Your thumb moves toward the screen. That is the exit. Do not take it. You can endure pain. You have proved it. You can outlast storms. You have weathered them. But transformation asks for what pain never demanded: surrender. And surrender feels like letting go of the tools that kept you alive in dim rooms. It feels like exposure before it feels like relief. Light can feel harsh to eyes that learned the shadows, But the harshness is not harm. It is healing, adjusting your vision. Stay with me in the light a moment longer. Let your eyes adapt. This is the pattern. The moment the lock starts to click open, you panic as if the cell is safer than the field beyond it. You busy your hands. You stand to get water. You promise you will come back. You think of errands. You scroll to a quieter voice. You minimize your own ache. It's not that deep. I'm okay. My child, I see the split second. I see the internal lawyer rise to argue that you already dealt with this. I see the shrug that tries to turn sacred surgery into background noise. Do not negotiate. Do not postpone. Do not dilute. Stay. Breathe. Let me touch the hinge without your resistance masking it again. Conviction is not an indictment. It is the key turning. Respect the turn. Honor the pressure. Attention is agreement, and agreement is the doorway. I am not shaming you. I am shepherding you out. And I am telling you with authority and tenderness, you don't leave when you're breaking. You leave when you're about to be freed. Remain here. Receive. Let me finish the opening I have begun. My child, hear me. Distraction is not neutral. It is not a harmless pause. It is not a cute habit. It is a weapon aimed at your healing. The enemy does not need to destroy you if he can keep you in motion. If he can keep you scrolling, switching, straightening, planning, answering, he can keep you from receiving what I am trying to finish. He does not have to slam the door if he can keep you walking past it. Listen for the counterfeit peace he offers. This isn't important. You can watch later. You already know this. Those lines feel like relief because they release the pressure of presence. But that is not my peace. That is an anesthetic dressed like wisdom. My peace does not pull you away from healing. My peace holds you steady through it. If a whisper lowers the weight of conviction by moving you out of the moment, it is not from me. Attention is alignment. What you fix your eyes on, you begin to agree with. Attention is currency in the spirit. Where you spend it determines what can transact in your heart. If you spend your attention on the exit, you purchase delay. If you spend your attention on my voice, you purchase deliverance. Do not sell your breakthrough for the cheap comfort of motion. There is a reason this moment feels costly. 99% will leave at the first rise of discomfort. 99% will take the familiar hallway as soon as truth presses on the wound. But you are not like the 99%. You are here. You are feeling the press and staying. That tells me you are the remnant that chooses presence over pace, obedience over old exits. This is where transformation separates from survival. I am not shaming you. I am protecting you from the cycle you renamed just how I am. You said, I'm just busy. I'm just better when I'm multitasking. I process by moving. My child, do not baptize your avoidance and call it personality. Do not crown your coping mechanism and call it wisdom. The very rhythm you defend is the rhythm that kept you unhealed. The motion that soothed you in the past is the motion that prevents closure now. Hear the strategy. If he can keep your hands full, your heart will stay untouched. If he can flood you with little urgencies, he can steal the one urgency that matters, my presence. He does not need to make you bad. He just needs to make you busy. He does not need you to curse me. He needs you to choose later. Stay, eyes here, breathe. Let the stillness feel strange, and let it stay strange until it becomes home. Call the lie by its name. Call the exit what it is, a weapon. Return your attention to me and watch how alignment strengthens. I am here to finish what I began. Remain and let me finish. My child, I saw the split second. I saw your finger hesitate. I saw the flicker in your eyes, the micro flinch that said, if I keep listening, something in me is going to change. I saw you hover over the exit. I watched the old alarm rise like a siren in your chest. I am not surprised by you, and I am not offended by the pause. I am naming it because I love you. I am here in this exact second with tenderness and authority. I saw the nights you wiped your face on the pillowcase so no one would hear. I saw you go quiet in rooms where you wanted to scream. I saw you swallow disappointment and call it maturity because you didn't want to burden anyone. I saw the texts you typed and deleted. I saw the prayer you stopped repeating because it hurt to hope. You said, "I'm okay," but it was a protective costume stitched from old survival. I was there when you asked me once with fire. I was there when you asked me later with a whisper. I was there when you stopped asking out loud and only thought it in passing, and even that felt risky. I did not forget. I did not archive your request. Those prayers were not ignored. They were stored. Part of you wants healing so deeply your bones ache for it. Part of you is afraid of what healing will require. Boundaries that might disappoint people you learned to keep pleased. Honesty that might change the dynamics you have mastered. Letting go of a storyline that gave you identity, even if it kept you small. Releasing what you cannot control and admitting what you cannot fix. Facing the room in your soul you boarded up with later. I know the terms your fear tried to draft. I know the negotiations your mind is still running. I'll heal, but not if it costs that. I'll be free, but not if it changes this. My child, I am not bargaining with your bondage. I am rescuing you from it. Hear me. Your hesitation is not proof you are weak. It is proof you have been carrying something alone for too long. Muscles tremble when a load is heavier than one person. Your tremble is a testimony that you have been faithful to endure, not a failure to be ashamed of. You are not unseen. You are not unheard. You are not forgotten. My attention has never drifted when yours did. When your focus ran, I stayed. When you felt unworthy to ask again, I kept watch. When you minimized your ache, I held the full measure of it without flinching. This moment is not condemnation, it is invitation. Conviction is my hand extended into your hesitation. The pressure you feel is not me pushing you away, it is me pulling you close. Let me shoulder the part you've been dragging. Let me stand with you in the conversation you've avoided. I will teach you boundaries without bitterness. I will give you words without warfare in your mouth. I will walk you through letting go without losing yourself. I will not rush you, but I will not lie to you either. Freedom will ask for honesty, but I will be your courage. Freedom will ask for release, but I will be your keeper. Stay with me. Breathe. Put your hand down and lift your heart up. Whisper, "Jesus, help me stay." Feel how the air changes when you choose presence over panic. You are not alone in the room you fear. I am here, and I have been arranging help before you knew to ask for it again. The pause you felt is not the end of our conversation. It is the place we begin to carry this together. My child, here is the this part. This is the place you keep negotiating with me. Not because you hate truth, but because you bonded with a lie that felt like shelter. You learned it early. You rehearsed it often. It sounds like wisdom in your own voice, but it is a chain pretending to be counsel. The lie says, "I must earn love." The lie says, "If I let go, I'll lose everything." The lie says, "I'm too far gone." The lie says, "Nothing changes." I am touching that lie now. Stay. Listen. Don't run. Don't rename it. Don't numb it. You have become skillful at delay that sounds like devotion. You say, "I just need one more confirmation. I'll obey when I feel ready." I'm praying about it, while your feet walk the other way. You build a calendar of holy-sounding pauses, but they are exits with church clothes on. You call fear discernment. You call anxiety prudence. You call self-protection wisdom. My child, I am not accusing you. I am unveiling the negotiation that keeps you orbiting the same mountain. You ask for clarity while refusing the first clear step. You ask for courage while bargaining to keep control. You say you are waiting for peace, but you are really waiting for a path that does not cost you surrender. Look at the masks. Over-functioning that says, if I fix everything, I won't be abandoned. Humor that diffuses the holy pause and keeps tears from rising. Theology as hiding, quoting what you will not practice. Studying me instead of sitting with me until I speak into the wound. Endless self-improvement projects that never require you to lay anything down. You counted steps, tracked habits, mastered routines, and stayed the same at the center because surrender was never on the checklist. I am not impressed by your pace. I am after your presence. The avoided truth is simple and it is sharp. You have been living from a counterfeit center. You thought you needed to perform to be held. You thought release meant ruin. You believed distance would keep you safe. You assumed time alone would fix what truth alone can heal. Hear me, your worth is not earned. It is declared. Letting go will not empty your life. It will unclench your hands so I can fill them. You are not too late. You are right on my schedule. Change is not a myth. It is already moving while you read these words. Do not bargain with the scalpel. Do not ask the key to prove itself before you let it turn. Conviction is not an argument to win. It is an invitation to enter. Presence, not performance, is what I am asking for. Stay in the conversation until it penetrates. Stay until the old sentence loses authority. Stay until your body stops bracing for abandonment when love draws near. Attention is agreement. Agreement is the doorway. Walk through. Say it with me now, simply, honestly. I renounce the lie that I must earn love. I release the fear that letting go means losing everything. I reject the verdict that I am too far gone. I break agreement with nothing changes. Feel the tremble? Do not run from it. Breathe in my nearness. Exhale the negotiation. When the urge to explain rises, drop it. When the need to delay speaks, answer it with now. When you reach for the mask, let it fall. Stay. Listen. Don't run. Don't rename it. Don't numb it. Let the truth be what it is. Liberation with edges. I am here, steady and kind, touching the place you thought I would avoid. I am not avoiding it. I am freeing you from it. My child, listen to me with your whole heart. What you are feeling right now is not punishment. It is alignment. This pressure is not accusation. It is rescue. This exposure is not to shame you. It is to heal you. Conviction from me is love in motion. It is my hand on the steering wheel of a life that has been drifting. It feels like losing control because the parts of you that kept watch in the night think they are being fired. They are not being humiliated. They are being relieved of duties they were never meant to carry forever. Control fought for you once. Control built walls that kept storms out when no one else stood guard. I honor your endurance. I saw the nights you needed that armor. But hear me. What protected you in one season has become a prison in this one. The gate that shielded you has rusted shut. The rules you wrote to survive are now the laws that keep you small. When my light touches those bars, your old alarms scream, danger. But you are not in danger with me. You are in transition with me. Feel it. Something is cracking. The chain that said, if I do not manage everyone and everything, I will be abandoned, is loosening. The collar of shame that tightened when you felt joy begin to rise is slipping. The sentence, nothing changes, is losing its jurisdiction. Hear the sound, links, one by one, hitting the floor. This is not you falling apart. This is what it sounds like when captivity breaks. I need you to understand the sequence so you will not abort the process. Inner shift precedes outer change. Agreement comes before evidence. The key turns inside before the door swings outside. Faith, right now, looks like staying present through the wobble, through the unlearning, through the tremble, before you can point to a visible difference. A seed does not look like a tree while it's splitting in the dark. But that split is life beginning. That ache you feel at this part is the shell giving way to the sprout. Do not despise the sensation of release just because it arrives disguised as dizziness. You were braced for so long that relaxation feels like falling. You were gripping the wheel so tightly that handing it to me feels like a crash. But I am not sending you into chaos. I am restoring you to order, my order. I am giving you back your name without the edits fear made. I am returning your voice without the filter of pleasing. I am handing you your life without the leash of control. Stay with me in this moment. Breathe. Let your shoulders lower. Say in your heart, I do not need to manage my own rescue. Jesus, I agree with your correction. Attention is agreement. Agreement is the doorway. Step through again. You are not failing because you feel exposed. You are healing because you stayed. When you remain in the pressure, alignment strengthens. When alignment strengthens, identity settles. And when identity settles, decisions change without you having to white-knuckle them into place. My child, I am not rushing you, but I am not coddling the cage either. I am firm because I am freeing you. I am tender because I know why you built what you built. Trust my hands. Trust my pace. Trust that the dizziness is temporary and the deliverance is real. What feels like losing control is actually me giving you back your life. Stay. Keep your eyes here. The ground is not opening beneath you. The door is. My child, let me make this simple so you can practice it in real time. When the wave of discomfort rises, do this. Pause. Stop moving your hands. Breathe. Slow, deep, all the way down. Unclench your jaw. Drop your shoulders. Set the device down. Screen face down if you can, but keep listening. Whisper, I'm here. Say it again. Slow, I'm here. That sentence is a key. It turns you from flight to presence. Attention is agreement. Agreement is the doorway. Now recognize the 3 old exits and replace them immediately. Exit 1 is distraction. The replacement is stillness. Choose a point to rest your eyes. Stay. Let silence sit with you for 30 seconds longer than feels natural. The nervous system will try to bargain. Breathe and stay. Exit 2 is self-defense. The replacement is honesty. Say out loud, this part makes me want to argue. I feel exposed. I choose truth over my case. You do not need to explain yourself to me. You are safe with me. Exit 3 is delay. The replacement is one small act of obedience today. Ask, what is the smallest faithful step? Then do it before the hour ends. Send the text, schedule the call, throw the note away, put the boundary on your calendar, step outside, and pray. Small steps open large doors. Learn to spot the spike, irritation, cynicism, sudden numbness. These are not random mood swings. They are threshold alarms. When irritation spikes, say, this is the doorway. When cynicism says, this won't matter, answer, that whisper is not from you, God. I'm staying. When numbness spreads, do not panic and do not force emotion. Staying does not mean squeezing tears out. Staying means refusing to abandon the moment I am working. Keep breathing. Keep whispering, I'm here. Use this prayer when the hinge groans, God, I won't leave at the doorway. I won't abandon myself again. Speak. Add what is true in your body. My chest is tight. My stomach hurts. I want to run. Then add your choice. But I remain. Jesus, align me. Honesty breaks the spell of self-defense. Choice breaks the spell of delay. If your mind wanders, gently return. If you stand up without thinking, sit back down. If you reach for the phone, set it aside again. Every return is victory. Every return thickens alignment. Presence is a skill. Skills are trained by repetitions, not by perfection. Give me 90 seconds of undivided attention 3 times today. Morning, pause, breathe, whisper, I'm here. Midday, Notice the spike. Replace the exit. Evening, take one small obedient step before sleep. My child, you don't have to be impressive to be free. You have to be present. Stay when it stings. Stay when it feels dull. Stay when it feels holy. Attention is agreement. Agreement is the doorway. Walk through and keep walking. My child, because you stayed, I can show you what I've been arranging while you've been avoiding. I have not been idle in your silence. I have been building in the background. I have been stitching together pieces you could not have coordinated if you tried. You thought the quiet meant denial. It did not. You thought delay meant distance. It did not. What you asked me long ago has been in motion, even when your attention was not. Those prayers were not ignored. They were stored, not denied, developing, not unanswered, unfolding. Listen to me. Breakthrough is not distant. It is closer than you think, already moving, already forming, already being prepared. There is a door that will open in a way you did not expect. No fanfare, no grand announcement, just a click where you assumed the lock had rusted. There is a conversation that will finally happen, the one you rehearsed in your head until your courage wore thin. Words will come without warfare in your mouth. There is clarity that will settle like clean light in a once foggy room. There is an opportunity that will return, not as a rewind, but as a redeemed version, stripped of the conditions that drained you last time. But hear this carefully. The surprise does not always arrive outside first. Peace will walk into the room before the phone rings. Rest will sit down beside you before the email arrives. Hope will breathe again before the numbers change. That peace is not small. It is a sign. It is alignment made audible in your chest. It is me saying, we turned the key, now watch the door. Do not dismiss interior shift as imaginary because it lacks instant headlines. Inner order precedes outer openings. Agreement before evidence. The seed splits in the dark before green breaks the soil. I know how you trained yourself to brace for disappointment. I know the reflex to preempt pain by expecting nothing. But I am asking you to let expectancy rise. On purpose, again. Look for small confirmations that are not coincidental. A message you did not initiate. Language you prayed showing up in another's mouth. Timing that aligns without your manipulation. Do not call it random. Call it what it is. The edges of my arrangement brushing your day. This is important. If you keep leaving at the threshold, you keep resetting the process, not as punishment but as physics of the heart. When attention breaks, alignment loosens. When alignment loosens, instruction fades. Stay long enough to receive the next sentence, not just the first word. Stay until I tell you where to place your foot. Stay through the quiet after conviction, because that is when I whisper details, names, times, boundaries, steps. Attention is agreement. Agreement is the doorway. Stand in it until I point. In the coming days, do not be surprised by swift shifts. A door that felt welded may give. A person who had gone silent may reach out. An idea that once felt heavy may feel light and obvious. Provision may surface from a direction you did not consider. Don't rush to credit luck or timing. Recognize my fingerprints. I smile when you notice. Lift your eyes, my child. You are not late. You are right on my schedule, closer than you think. Already moving, already forming, already being prepared. Stay present and you will not miss it. Stay present and you will know what to do when it arrives. My child, this is the turning point. Right now, choose, not later, not after you get comfortable, not after one more scroll. Right now, leave again or stay and let me finish. This second is scheduled. This pressure is purposeful. Urgency does not mean fear. Urgency means significance. I am here and I am asking for your yes in real time. Hear me. 99% will drift off at this very doorway. They will feel the tug and call it timing. They will feel the light and call it distraction. They will wait for a version of obedience that does not cost them anything. But you are not like the 99%. You are still here. That tells me something about your hunger, your sensitivity, your willingness to be led. Do not trade this moment for the comfort of later. Attention is agreement. Agreement is the doorway. Walk through it now. I am not pushing you away. I am pulling you out. I am not humiliating you. I am helping you. I am not demanding performance. I am asking for presence plus one obedient step. Faith does not need to shout. Courage can tremble. Obedience can whisper and still move mountains. Hands shaking still count as hands lifting. Knees knocking still count as knees bending. Do not wait for your body to feel brave to do the brave thing. Choose one step beyond this moment to prove your alignment, not 10. 1. Apologize without explaining. Set the boundary and put it on your calendar. Delete the number that keeps reopening the wound. Close the tab that keeps you numb. Apply for the position you buried under maybe. Rest on purpose. Turn the light off on time tonight as an act of trust. Return to prayer where you went silent. 5 honest minutes, no script. Send the text. Schedule the call. Throw away what keeps you tied. Open the document and write the first paragraph. Pick the date and press confirm. One step today. Make it time-sensitive so your old exit cannot regain power. Before this hour ends, do it. If that is impossible, before the day ends. Not next week, not after another sign. Your sign is this: I am speaking, and you are able. Do not bargain. Do not rename delay as discernment. Do not ask me to lighten what I am asking you to lift. Lift it with me now. Say out loud, even softly, yes, Jesus, I choose obedience over my old exit. Breathe, feel the tremble and stay. If the voice of panic rises, answer it. That whisper is not from God. I'm staying. If shame tries to narrate, interrupt it. I am being pulled out, not pushed away. Then act. The doorway is open. Attention is agreement. Agreement is the doorway. Step through with one small concrete choice and watch how the path appears under your feet as you move. I am with you in the step. I am with you in the shake. I am with you as you choose now. My child, now seal this. Do not let the seed be stolen. Say it out loud. Type it right now. Write it somewhere you will see tomorrow morning. Comment, Jesus, I'm listening. Comment, I will stay when God speaks. Write your yes and put today's date beside it. Attention is agreement. Agreement is the doorway. What you speak, you sign. What you sign, you stop abandoning. Words become markers in the spirit, altars you can return to when the wind rises. A whispered vow becomes a rail your future self can hold when the hallway feels long. This is why speaking matters. Agreement seals alignment. Silence in this moment is how the old exit slips back in. But when you declare, you anchor. When you confess, you cut the old rope. When you write it, you make a record the enemy cannot edit. When you comment, you move your faith from private to planted. Your yes is not performance, it is placement. Place yourself in my presence with your own mouth. Say, I choose presence over pace. I choose obedience over my old exit. I will not walk away at the doorway. Jesus, keep me here. I hear you, and I am answering. Heaven notes what you vow in love. Distraction loses leverage where devotion is spoken. Pray with me now. Simple, steady, true. Jesus, seal my yes. Guard this seed from the birds of distraction. Put watchmen over my attention. Give me courage to face the truth you touch. Grace to obey the step you show, and expectancy to look for the surprise you are arranging. Train my heart to remain. Interrupt my old exits. Remind me quickly when I reach for escape. align me again and again. And hear what I declare over you. I place my peace as a shield around your mind. I set a lamp at your feet so you do not stumble in the next step. I rebuke the whisper that says later, and I strengthen your spine for holy honesty. I breathe rest into your nights and clarity into your mornings. I am with you in the places you used to avoid. Now share this, not for virality, for rescue. Someone you know is standing at the same doorway, hand hovering over the same exit, telling themselves the same lie. Be the interruption I just was for you. Send this to them, post it, message it, say, "Stay, he's speaking." Your obedience to share is part of your own sealing. It converts this from a moment into a movement through you. Name the person in your heart. Send it when I nudge. If I am nudging now, do it now. Return to what you wrote tomorrow. Read it aloud. Let it mark you again. When panic rises, repeat your vow. When numbness spreads, lay your hand on the page and breathe, "I'm still here." Every return thickens the seal. Every repetition strengthens alignment. You are not going to miss what I am finishing. My child, I am with you. Stay, receive. Do not walk away at the doorway. Attention is agreement. Agreement is the doorway. Seal it now. Speak it, write it, share it, and watch what I have been arranging unfold before your eyes.